Yeah, I'm gay, and chances are you are too. Because why else would you click on this video? Also, I know that you're gay because your mom told me last night when she bent me over when I
Kissed her gently. You're gay?
Also, if at any point you see snot running down my nostrils into my mustache and me then sucking the snot out of my mustache, mind your own business. Because I'm sick as a freaking dog. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I called you because I need a little pick-me-up. I hate being sick. I'm like a little baby. I can't. The thing is, I got sick from a little baby because I was sharing ice cream with him. But I'm not just gonna not. Guys, I just need a little pep in my step and a little spank on my tush. Is that so much to fucking ask? So over on my Instagram, I asked you guys. I said, guys, I'm always yapping, talking to you guys about my different stories. What are y'all's stories? And I wish I never asked. So if I do another one of these, go freaking follow my Instagram. It's linked on my channel. Also, if you're single, every one of my followers is very horny. Now, as you guys and gals and everyone in between know, I like to do things the old-fashioned way. So I wrote all of your comments in a little notebook. And it's not because I threw my iPad across the room in a fit of rage. I'm also keeping all the names anonymous because I'm going to be honest, I think half of these are illegal. Of course, everyone who answered is gay, so just keep that in mind. The first person said, I met up with a guy. The date was asked, so I left. And he threatened to kill himself. Now, I did just say I was going to keep everyone's name anonymous, but this was for my good friend Danny. I love you, girl. She says, so my father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant.
My father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant. And my Uncle Junior works there, who is a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not. He went from Catholic to Jehovah.
Now, this is coming from me, a guy who was chronically single. Y'all need to get your men in check. Someone said, arrived home and caught my boyfriend getting gangbanged by 4 guys. I just joined. Another one y'all said, I sucked my mom's high school bestie's husband's dick. So if 2 and 2 is 4, this whole area as well as this whole area is so freaking full of mucus. I don't know what the hell you're saying. Your bestie's, mom's, boyfriend's, husband's dick. Obviously, there's no fact-checking happening here. I don't know what to believe. Because this person said, hit a man with my car and he asked for my number after he was flirting with me. See, this sort of shit doesn't happen to me. If this was me, I would have hit that guy, got out, and been like, oh, you're sexy. He would have gotten in his car and ran me over.
Guys, there are so many,
Just from skimming the first part of this next one, I'm honestly jealous. Someone said, I lost my V-card in a BMW. In a gangbang. There was a 5-year age gap. Oh, okay. This one leaves me with a couple of questions. Because how the hell do you fit enough people for a gangbang in a BMW? Did y'all just come from the circus? Are you clowns? Someone just said, I had to help bury someone. Now, obviously, with the BMW one, I don't relate to that. I drive a Kia Sorento. And yes, I've made love in it multiple times. But this one I do relate to. I fucked my neighbor's son, and then his dad found out and saw our texts. I don't know why I'm a Southern belle. This has to be a universal gay experience because back in the day, the guy that I lost my virginity to and I, we would text all the time on Facebook Messenger. Okay? Yes, I am a little old. But instead of his dad finding out, my mom found out. And then I just had to be like, no, Mom. I was talking about sucking his... Another one of y'all said, kicked out a guy I was going to hook up with because he asked if he could smoke meth. Now, unfortunately, I relate to this one too. So once upon a time, there was this guy that I used to talk to. And did he have a huge piece on him? Yes. So was I therefore interested? Yes. I never hooked up with this man, but we were kind of making plans. And he was like, hey, do you want to come over and suck this big hog while I smoke? And I said, well, yes. You're just going to smoke some cigarettes? Why not? I'll even have a puff. That's not what he meant. I was like, oh, like weed. Like weed, yeah. Smoke weed. It's legal here in Canada. I don't smoke it because I'm just like a little chihuahua. And he was like, no, that's not it either. He meant meth.
Reveal yourself!
I was kind of concerned reading through all these comments that since I'm a freak, they were all going to be freak related. But thankfully they aren't. Someone said I was raised in a cult for half of my life Now one of my sisters is converting back. See, it's not all bad. Another person said, I gave a DL man a hand job in class.
God, bro.
Let's hope they were in college.
I'm going to be honest, I am kind of surprised that there are still unique experiences out there, because someone said, I got with a man who was mute, and I didn't know until after when he tried to speak and couldn't.
Low-key need a man like that.
I hooked up with 8 DL boys in high school, all in the same friend group. I'm gay, by the way. I didn't need that last part. One of y'all said, a guy gave me a handy, then cried and started talking about how his partner cheated while still stroking me. So back to what I said about y'all getting your men in check. Y'all keep saying that the smoking is bad for me, when in reality, every single one of these that I read is taking a year off my life. I was eating a guy's ass and heard a clicking noise, thought it was poppers. Turned out it was meth. Now, don't worry, not all of them are bad. Someone said, this piece of trade asked me if I wanted a threesome. Hell yeah! With his son.
Is your family accepting of your LGBTQ lifestyle?
In case y'all forgot just how evil DL men are, this next person said, fucked a man, and after he revealed that he had a girlfriend who was getting an abortion the next day. Moving on, this next person said, never forget on a hookup when a guy led me to a graveyard and wanted me to pee on him. I just had to go on a little drive just to clear my mind because I'm worried about you guys. But let's get back to it. This coworker I like told me he was sleeping with his cousin. No! Are you guys all from Alabama? Met this guy on Tinder. After a couple months, I found out we're third cousins. We're still dating. Someone said I was in a relationship with a sex offender. Another person said I fucked a father and his son in a threesome.
I don't know. I guess I'm not woke. Okay, fine. You win with your gay stuff. That's what you want, right? To win.
If y'all say any more out-of-pocket bullshit like that, I am hanging up forever. Zendaya liked a TikTok I made once. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, love you guys. Don't forget to smile.
I gave a guy head once and he shitted himself while I was giving it to him. You know what? We've all been there. And that just means we're doing our job right. Vomited on my ex's dick accidentally after him trying to off himself in front of me. Right. This one kind of sounds fun. My first time was with a porn star and he lost the condom inside of me. Got home and shat it out. Is this how y'all feel when I tell my stories? Because if so, I'm done. I went on a date with a guy who was in prison 2 times for attempted murder, and he broke my nose.
So,
No, I'm saying
what now?
I fully expected to go on Instagram and find something to cure my sickness. But instead, I think y'all developed it into something that's terminal. And you know what? The worst part of it all is that there was not a single story about someone eating your ass.